Hello everyone, welcome back to Iron Sentinel. Today's story is not just another headline. It is history carved in fire, destruction, and disbelief. A coalition of Iran, Egypt, Qatar, Yemen, and Hamas has delivered what many are calling the single deadliest strike Israel has ever endured. 50,000 Zionist lives, soldiers, civilians, even intelligence officers raced in a storm of precision and chaos. The question echoing now is simple. How could this happen? Who engineered it? And what does it mean for the future? To answer, we will break it down the way we examine advanced war machines: exterior, interior, performance, safety, unique strengths, price, and the final conclusion. Every layer reveals not just what happened, but why this night has changed the balance of power forever. The exterior was apocalyptic. Imagine Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and Hayo burning under crimson streaks tearing across the night sky. Sirens wailed but were drowned by the roar of missiles and the hum of swarming drones. For decades, Israel promised its people that the Iron Dome would shield them, that their skies would never fall. But that night told a different story. High-rise apartments erupted into fireballs. Radar towers buckled and fell. Social media filled with images of cars burning on highways, of families racing to shelters only to emerge into streets paved with rubble. To the outside world, Israel, the so-called fortress nation, suddenly looked fragile, breakable, vulnerable. The exterior view was not of dominance, it was devastation. Beneath that shattered exterior came something even worse, an interior collapse. Israel's layered security grid is designed to be unbreakable, but the coalition sliced through it as if with a master key. Iranian precision missiles struck deep into Israel's command network. Yemen hypersonics faster than radar could track hammered nuclear-linked facilities. Hamas launched a storm of rockets so relentless it forced Israeli commanders to divide their defenses. Meanwhile, Egyptian intelligence leaks and Qatari cyber strikes tore through supply lines, jammed communications, and even disrupted fuel reserves for armored divisions. Inside the defense system, screens flickered, commanders shouted conflicting orders, and units froze. It looked less like a defense in action and more like a system betrayed from within. Someone had mapped every weakness and exploited them all at once. Performance is what defines a military operation, and here the coalition delivered the impossible. Analysts often warn of multi-axis saturation attacks, but few believed they could ever be executed with precision. On this night, they were in the first 20 minutes 3,000 rockets, by half an hour 4,000. Within 1 hour, Iran's missiles had leveled 2 nuclear facilities, while Yemen's hypersonics shredded oil refineries. Drone swarms circled overhead for hours, striking in waves timed perfectly with Israeli attempts to regroup. Cyber warfare shut down shelter apps, emergency phone lines, even GPS for military convoys. Israel's defense performance was not just weak, it was a slow-motion collapse. Meanwhile, the attackers displayed perfect coordination. This wasn't brute force. This was choreography, an engineered performance designed to break Israel's spirit. Then came the collapse of safety features. The moment that horrified ordinary citizens for decades. Israelis trusted their multi-layered shield, Iron Dome, David Sling, Arrow, trusted their underground shelters, trusted rapid response helicopters. That trust died. Iron Dome ran dry in hours. David Sling intercepted only a fraction before drowning under sheer volume. Arrow managed to hit some but could not touch the hypersonics. Shelters that once promised survival caved under bunker-busting warheads. Families who believed they were safe underground were buried alive. Medical helicopters never took off. Drones prowled the skies, shooting down anything airborne. Civilians called hotlines only to hear silence. Safety itself, the guarantee of survival, proved to be the greatest illusion of all. What gave this operation its unique selling point was not just firepower, but unity. For decades, experts claimed Muslim nations would never unite, too divided, too self-interested. Iran and Hamas, yes, Yemen may be, but Egypt and Qatar impossible. And yet here they were, each bringing their own weapon. Iran's advanced missiles, Yemen's long-range hypersonics, Hamza's saturation tactics, Egypt's intelligence leaks, Qatar's cyber warfare. Together, they formed a coalition greater than the sum of its parts. The true selling point wasn't military, it was psychological. The illusion of disunity was shattered. Unity itself had become a weapon, and it struck deeper than any missile. The price was staggering. 50,000 Israeli lives erased, entire neighborhoods flattened, airports, fuel depots, communication towers and power stations reduced to ruins. The shekel collapsed overnight. Foreign investors fled. Tourism evaporated. Insurance claims reached billions the state could not cover. Israel paid a price beyond calculation, but its enemies, their costs were shockingly low. An Iranian missile cost a fraction of the Arrow interceptor that tried to stop it. Yemen hypersonics were cheap compared to the billions sunk into anti-missile defense. Hamza's crude rockets built for almost nothing overwhelmed billion-dollar systems. Drones costing thousands destroyed assets worth millions. The economics of asymmetric war became brutally clear. Israel was bleeding billions. Its enemies spent pennies. And now we come to the conclusion: Israel has suffered its darkest night. Its myth of invincibility lies in ashes. A coalition once thought impossible is now proven real, and its power undeniable. But there is a deeper, more disturbing conclusion, one no one dares speak. Unity of this scale required more than chance. Was it orchestrated by Russia, eager to bleed Israel's Western ally? Was it nudged by China, a power that thrives in chaos? Or is the truth even darker? That betrayal came from inside Israel itself. 50,000 dead in a single night is not coincidence. Someone planned it. Someone directed it. Someone benefited. Until that secret is revealed, Israel will live under a new shadow, the fear of a second strike. Because if one night could kill 50,000, what will the second wave bring? And who will be standing silently in the dark, waiting, guiding, pulling the strings? That is the mystery. That is the warning. This war is no longer about politics or borders. It is about survival itself, and survival after tonight is no longer guaranteed.